everybody. My name is Markiplier. No, no, I'm not Markiplier. But, this is a tier list that I decided to do. Uh, I have read 21 books this year. Uh, Not all of them have been books, though. Some of them are short stories. Um, and I thought it would be fun to do a tier list, ranking them all. So, here we go. I'm gonna start in chronological order of, or no, I'll do it in the order that it's right here. First up, we have Alex Cross, which is the 12th book in the Alex Cross series by James Patterson. Uh, it's great, but it's not all the colors of the dark. This book is about Alex Cross as he finally finds the killer of his wife, Maria, who he has been chasing since the very first book. That's not a spoiler because she's dead before the book even starts. Um, it's pretty good, but there's not a whole lot that I remember from it. So actually, it will probably go in pretty good, just for that fact. All the colors of the dark. Actually, I'll save two books that I have on this list for last. That's one of them because I have a lot to say about both of them. The answer is no. Great. Okay, this book is it's okay. Um, uh, Frederick Bachman has a tendency to write really good novels, but not so much good short fiction. And this is a good example of that because the answer is no. It is about a guy who just stays in his house, don't want to go out, kind of like Uva from My Man Called Uva, uh, who just doesn't want to interact with anyone, wants to be left alone, and nobody will leave him alone. That's pretty much the entire point of the story. Billy Summers. I love this book by Stephen King. I love this book so much. Uh, the romance between the two main characters is so great, and I really enjoyed this book. It reminded me a whole lot of 11/22/63. If you've ever read that, it's also by Stephen King. Uh, it's very good. It's about an assassin that gets uh, he only kills people that he deems are bad people, and for his last job, everything goes horribly wrong. It's one of those stories, kind of cliche, but really good. Um, the ending was also very sad. Uh, Children of the Corn, pretty not good. I'm gonna ruffle a lot of feathers by saying that, but uh, Children of the Corn just was not good. And if I had to read it again, I would go Postal. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Next up, we have Double Cross. We are actually Cross Country is first on the list, but this is the one I read before that. So Double Cross. That's the 13th book in the James Patterson Alex Cross series. Very good book. Uh, Much better than Alex Cross, the last book. Cross Country. Also pretty good. Uh, None of Alex Cross's books I feel would go any higher than pretty good, except for the first two books. That's just my opinion. But uh, next up we have Finders Keepers, which was great. This book is about a kid finds money hidden under a block of ice. It's frozen in a lake, and he finds the money. And he is hunted down by this guy that originally hid the money 40, I think it's either 30 or 40 years before. It's really good. Highly recommend. I haven't read the last one in Bill Hodges trilogy yet. Uh, End of watch, but I plan to very soon. Next up, we got a short story that I read this year. Uh, Gift of the Magi. Not good. I did not enjoy this short story. In fact, I feel like it's possibly one of the worst things I ever read because I do not remember a single thing about it. And uh, even in my review on Goodreads, I said I didn't understand it in school, and I don't understand it now. Lone Women. Mary Mary. I don't remember a single thing about this book except that he goes to LA to find the killer. But I do remember really enjoying it when I read it. Oh my god, this book. I love it so much. A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. I love this book so much. It broke my heart in several ways, especially because I've had a family member who has been diagnosed with cancer before. And I have to say that if you're going to read this book, that it might be a little hard for you to read it because of the fact that it deals with the subject matter of losing a family member, losing a dearly loved one. But I also feel that it handles the subject very tenderly, and I would recommend for everyone that hasn't read it to read it. I think it's a book that everyone should read. It's great. My Friends by Frederick Bachman. This was really great. I love this book. Um, I love this book. I will admit, though, I didn't love it as much as some of his other works. But the reason for that is because the past timeline in which uh, the artist is spending time with his friends before he makes a painting that becomes world famous years later. That part of the book was really good, but I was not as big of a fan as of the present timeline in the book because it's split up into two timelines, and I kind of feel like the present timeline was just kind of thrown in at the last minute. And but I really enjoyed the past timeline, and uh, if the past timeline was all that was there in the book, I would have probably given this S tier. Normal People. I'm gonna ruffle a lot of feathers with this. I did not enjoy this book. In fact, I think I have probably. It's been a really long time since I've hated a book this much. Um, Normal People is about these two uh, people that mm, have basically known each other all throughout their high school lives, and at the end of their senior year, they start hooking up, and then they go to college, and then they both realize that they need each other, but they can't stay. They can't stay with each other because they keep flip flopping. They don't know what's best for each other. They don't know what's best for themselves. And it sucks because at the end it's like everything's gonna loop back over. And I hate it. I hate this book. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Alright, now, Pac Man, Keep Calm, and Num Num. I love that book. It's a short little, basically, it's a self help book in the, uh, basically, but it's with a bunch of Pac Man puns, and it's great. It's funny. I loved it. I got it as a joke, but it was really funny. I liked it. Um, Remote Control has a lot of great things to say about technology and how we're being taken over by the robots and how life is pretty much automated. Uh, Very good book. Harlan Coben's The Stranger. I'm gonna put this in pretty good. I don't remember a thing about it though. That's the thing with thrillers. I hardly remember anything about them after I finished them. But I rate them as pretty good based on the fact that when I read them, I really, I really enjoyed the reading experience. Alright, we're coming down to brass tacks here. We've only got 4 books left. Everything is tuberculosis. Great. Uh, Anything John Green writes, really good. Really good stuff. And I feel like if The Fault in Our Stars was his fiction opus, then this is his nonfiction magnum opus. Um, this follows the story of a boy that John Green met in Sierra Leone named Henry, who is battling uh, tuberculosis, and there are many factoids. It goes over the history of tuberculosis and the different kind of strains and how impactful tuberculosis still is in the modern era, even though we don't think about it. I would highly recommend anybody to read it. It's a really good book. Alright. The Yellow Wallpaper is not good. I didn't like it either. Don't remember a single thing about it. Forgot about it as soon as I read it. Alright. Here's my 2 books that I have the most to say about on completely opposite ends of the spectrum. The first book I'm going to talk about is the one I hate, Final Girls. I did not even finish this book. I quit halfway through it. I gave it 1 star because I know that it's bad. The ending, I looked it up. The ending would not have been worth going through another 150 pages for. It's horrible. I do not like it. Uh, the characters are annoying. Quincy has no personality. The main character, she has no personality. And people just keep. And this woman that is uh, trying to be her friend. Her name is Sam, and she is totally uh, um, she's there for a nefarious purpose. You know that when you meet her, you know that even though the book doesn't directly state it, you can immediately find out that something is not right. And I hated it. I hated it. I could not, at least with normal people, I could finish it. But with Final Girls, there was no reward whatsoever in reading the book at all. Stephen King said it was the best thriller of 2017. Well, he needed to get his eyes checked, boss. Um, and lastly, I could make an entire video dedicated to how much I love this book. All the Colors of the Dark by Chris Whitaker. I have never read a book that is quite as emotionally packed and so page turning at the same time. It kept me turning the page and I couldn't stop. And I didn't want to stop. Because we're following this little boy named Patch who decides to sacrifice himself so that a girl can get away from a kidnapper and he gets taken instead. And he's taken away for like a year and a half or 2 years. I can't remember exactly how long. But he's away for a very long time and he's kept in darkness and and there's a whole lot of emotion there because he meets this girl that is also in captivity with him that he kind of falls in love with. So when he gets out, the girl does not. And so he spends his entire life searching for this girl. He makes paintings of her. He looks for her. He robs banks so he can get married and look for her. This book is so freaking good. And it's like the books, the the language that is used in this book is so powerful and so great, so poetic, so beautiful. I could not think of a book that deserves to be at the top of the list than any than this book. I absolutely loved it. The only thing I would change is that it wouldn't end. But buddy, let me tell you, I think this is the first time that a book's final line has made me cry. So that's it. That's the tier list. If you would like me to go in depth on any of these books, uh, let me know and I might make a full review of them. I am planning to make a full review of All the Colors of the Dark at some point because I still didn't say all I need to say about it. I I feel like no matter what I say, I would never be able to articulate it enough unless I wrote a script and talked about it because this book is too good. If you haven't read it yet, please go get it and read it. Alright, that is my tier list for you all. I hope you enjoyed it, And if you did, leave a like or comment. Let me know if you disagree with any of my picks here, or if you agree. Um, and until then, I'll see y'all next time. I love you all. Bye bye.